Yo, yo, yo. You already know what it is. You know what time it is. It is that time. It is Tuesday in a February, and you late for breakfast. I, myself, this purple do-rag. Shout out to the guy with the book, a.k.a. Mr. Root Tribes himself. Shout out to Mega. He handling some business. You know what it is. Tune in tonight. We got a special, another special episode. And tonight we call Power to the Unknown. Power to the unknown. Tap in with it. Guy with the book, talk to me. Let me answer this.
What's going on, man? How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? We late for breakfast. It's episode 7, Power to the Unknown. I am, and we got Purple Do-Rag here. What's going on? Oh, well, we lost him for a second. But yeah, we Power to the Unknown, episode 7. So we got some treats for y'all tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about symbolism or entertainment. We're going to talk a little bit about the Black Messiah. We're going to talk a little bit about Elon's son and President Trump. We're going to talk, and we debuting a very, very special video tonight, coming from a very talented artist.
From a talented artist, man. All the way down there in the ATL, and he's a Virginia native, but he's a, Virginia, Georgia. You know how we all live in Virginia, most of us, but we from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm Virginia by the way of South Carolina myself. So shout out to that person. Georgia or Virginia by the way of each other. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Power of the unknown. What does that mean to you, big dog? What that mean? Power to the unknown.
Power to the unknown. You know, that helps me to think about the ancient ancestors come back through us, and power is being restored to its ancient mantle. Now, power to the unknown could also be looked at as a minority of people who get a whole lot of power and they don't show their true hand and they control the whole world, right? So I would say that there's multiple ways to look at this title and to have various conversation about it.
To me, power to the unknown. Well, it's simple to me is the power that's at B that everybody is chasing, that everybody want to argue about Trump, Camilla, Elon, Kennedy Jr. That's the known power. That's the known wills. And even myself, so I'm gonna speak on it because I don't have a regiment to where I go and study the unknown powers or this is my time to study the unknown powers when I talk to my brothers and we get on the pod or we on the phone and they're dropping knowledge off. So that is the power to the unknown that I receive from my brothers of knowledge that maybe I have heard, but they know a little bit more, or I might have a question or somebody else might have a question or I have some insight on it. That is the power to the unknown because we are the unknown as the people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I say people, it ain't everybody. If you know, you know, shit. If you don't, then you know. But I be like, I get on Facebook. If you watching from Facebook right now, I pop a lot of shit on Facebook. I make a lot of y'all mad, and I'm glad to make you mad. You know why I'm glad to make you mad? Because you don't know nothing. You ain't try to pick up no book. You ain't even try to listen. The thing about fucking books is, in today's reality is, they tell you what book to go to. You can literally ask your phone, I'm interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you don't even got to know what the fuck you're talking about for real. You can have an idea and they will give you an assortment of fucking books you can go look at. Because just because John Arthur Lee wrote this one don't mean Susan B. Shitbag ain't write the same shit in her own words, and you can take the same message. You know what I'm saying? So that's the unknown part. Is the book closed? That's another unknown part. The power's in the book, so it's unknown as long as it's closed, right? So we're gonna be on y'all ass because there's a lot of y'all well-educated motherfuckers out here that's just repeating what your mama them said. That goes with people that been a Christian their whole life since they've been babies. You only a Christian because your mama a Christian, and your daddy and your granddaddy are Christian. Other than that, I'm not trying to hear about free will and all that. You don't have a free will. You are a follower. You are a sheep. You did not do any studies or compare anything or even go with your heart. You just went with what you thought was right because that's what your mom and your daddy do. You know what I'm saying? I learned that lesson from fucking Muslim. And I didn't even have a religion then. I didn't, like, I had a religion. He was like, why are you a Christian? I was like, because my dad's a Christian. He was like, exactly, you dumb. And me, I'm like that type nigga too. So I'm like, what you mean by I'm dumb because I'm following what my people's taught me? He was like, you ain't got no individuality because you following some shit that the oppressors brought on you, and they telling you that, hey, woo woo. Then this was when I was like 22. He was like, yeah, and they whitewashed, and I was just getting on whitewashing and shit. So I was like, oh, me and the dude end up being good friends or whatever. Off of that, because I could have took that shit and be like, nigga, what? We locked up? I was like, hey, I'm interested in what you got to say now, bro. Fuck all that. I was listening to some shit like this before I came into jail on YouTube with my partners. You know, back in college, we was on Dr. CB and all that shit. We trying to catch up, you know, trying to get up. Shout out to More Monster. We trying to get Chris up here. Matter of fact, I'm going to send him the link right now while I'm talking about that. That shit made me lose my train of thought thinking about Chris. Go ahead, take over. Let me do
that. So thank you to everybody who's tuning in. We late for breakfast right now. It's episode 7, Power to the Unknown. I am and Purple Do-Rag. We getting it in tonight. We're going to talk about a few different things. As I was telling y'all before, we're going to be touching a little bit on symbolism or entertainment. What's really happening in that space? We're going to be touching a little bit on the creation of a Black Messiah and the Black Messiah that the CIA has been going after for a very long time. We're going to also touch a little bit on Elon's son and this conversation that he had with President Trump in the Oval Office, right? These are the things that we need to have a conversation about. And then, right, at some point, it's a surprise on when we unveiling something real special from a very talented artist.
You need to pop in, tap in, because, you know, today's that day, Tuesday. I was born on Tuesday. It's one of my favorite days, so my energy a little bit off today is because it's my day. You understand? I claim every Tuesday or every week my day. It's the best day of the week. Even though, because I'm going to tell you, when I go to work Monday, I'll be looking forward to go to work.
Right.
Tuesday, I'm like, God damn, what day it is? This week going on forever. Then I get off. Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, oh, because Tuesday is like right before payday, right off the weekend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The weekend off me now because I work Monday. Now Tuesday, everybody realize all the fucked up shit they did Sunday and Monday. Now I got to go fix shit Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Then try to squeeze in a little bit of extra bread.
Right.
Then come down and do the pod because just back to the unknown power. This is a new power of running your mouth of what we'll sit on the phone and talk about any motherfucking way. And now we got people that hopefully can tune in, comment, wanna even hop into the discussion. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Troy? Everybody watching on Facebook, shout out to y'all. Mom, what's up? I see you. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. Go ahead, comment down there. What y'all want to, you know, we going to be talking
Let us know what y'all think about Power to the Unknown. What's Power to the Unknown for you? Toss it in the comments. Let's talk about it tonight. right? We're gonna really dive into it. So, Purple Durag, let's go ahead and move forward to our first topic of symbolism or entertainment. You know, I'm consistently watching different types of things on Netflix. I used to watch TV in the past years, and I would see a lot of different symbolism, right? So you go to the Star Wars, symbolism. You go to Indiana Jones series, symbolism. The Wizard of Oz, symbolism. The news, symbolism. Movies, symbolism, right? Now at the same time, it's entertaining, right? So I would say it's not even a one or the other. In today's world, they go together, the symbolism and the entertainment. And we can honestly go back for thousands of years to see the combination of symbolism and entertainment.
The symbolism and entertainment to me is I can go and talk to people that know about it and can touch bases, and we can see kind of what's going on. But I'm big on this, the entertaining part. I'm a sucker for it. Now, I ain't gonna get up here and lie to nobody like, oh, Purple Durag has his head up his ass, he read books all day. No, I got to be in the mood. My brother Guy Wit Da Books would send me buku shit to learn. And one day I'll fucking just put one of them bitches on and be doing what I'm doing. Next thing you know, I ain't talked to nobody all day. 8 hours done went by, and I got 8 hours worth of knowledge, and I don't thought about something, went back. Like, what the fuck did they mean about that? Because you know how you get stuck on something you heard,
right?
And you go back and you listen to it again, and you get another whole nother perspective from it. And then later on in the book that you heard that, you read that, and you're like, oh, that coincide with this. But that also, let me go up. Now I'm stuck. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm stuck on the symbolism of what my brother's showing me. Like, hey, fuck the Super Bowl. Yeah, we know you love that shit. You goddamn jigaboo. But why you jigabooing? Look at this. Because you pay attention. I know, there's a lot of people out there that ain't going to see this. They going to hear it. They ain't going to pay attention to it because they so used to the entertainment part. They want to talk about Drake. They want to talk about Kendrick Lamar. Even though Kendrick got a lot of shots, that his symbolism, it wasn't no revolution. The revolution is going to be televised. That was a metaphor for saying, I'm about to get in this cracker ass. I'm about to show this Canadian that his ring is over here. I'm about to show y'all how you do a bully. I'm about to show you how you do somebody that thinks that they the biggest bird in the sky. That goes back to that reference I made on a couple episodes back. When you the biggest bird in the motherfucking sky, the guy was like, shit, if you the biggest thing in the sky, you gonna be, why would you look up? Why would you look up? He always looked down on him. I just seen Marcellus Wiley on his podcast back in 2011. He was talking to Drake, and Drake went in hating on Kendrick. He said he got the whole wah. Drake called up, was like, nah, you put that up there, I'm not going on motherfucking, I'm not going to host the ESPYs. You know what I'm saying? So that never came out. So, bro, been hating. And that goes back to the powers that's unknown, because niggas are laughing, kiki, and be calling them top three and all that. We the top three guys the whole time. As long as in his mind he think he number one. But niggas been knowing you been hating. Been knowing you sly. You fucked your boss old lady. Like, Pusha already put the fucking world on your bad schemes. Pusha just not a Virginia nigga, just his Virginia nigga schemes and similes and shit just gonna go over a lot of people here. And Pusha, I'm from Virginia, I love you, but outside of Virginia, they don't know you. They just look at you like you've been the same guy since grinding with the same braids. I love Pusha. Pusha one of the flyest niggas ever. Don't get it fucked up. But this is what I hear. That's what Drake fans were saying. He said, damn, when a nigga gonna get a dark season and put a suit on? Ain't he 50? But hey, from 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds ain't dressing in no fucking zoot suit, nigga. This ain't 1930, 40, 50. We ain't dressing up in zoot suits. We ain't dressing up like Martin Luther King and them. That ain't work. That ain't work. Let me tell you, if you really look at motherfuckers that's making the shit move, niggas is tatted up, smart as hell, staying low key, managing their own shit. You loud motherfuckers falling off. I seen one of y'all loud motherfuckers in a blanket that be up here flexing on Facebook and all that shit at the thing with a blanket on. It was cold outside. I ain't never seen a man with everything wrap itself up in the blanket unless that was his home. You know what I'm saying? We have to fucking stop worrying about the bullshit and worry about stacking what you say, bro? Waters. Go get you motherfucking walkie-talkie. Because those are real symbols that mean something. And y'all looking at everything but that. Look, I don't want to see none of this shit on my algorithm for some reason. I think it's because I'm black. Folks, why can't we just move on to the next shit? Well, it's just like, oh, okay. They done broke it down that the man had the XXX Tension shit in there throwing shots. Then once I listened to it, I'm like, damn. I peeped how he was in the freestyle at the beginning, how he was crouched down. That's how X did one of the viral freestyles he did. Like, it was like, then the agility of the guy. The guy really got out there and ran a whole game by himself. If you ever did anything, and like right now, I'm tired. And I've performed on stages in front of people with a mic for the weird people in the back. a microphone, motherfucker. A real one. But look, that is tiring. When you get off stage, you're look at the artists. When they get off stage, they're pouring sweat. They done took off every layer of clothes they done bought. They don't even know where they jacket at no more. Somebody done ran off with that. That shit is tiring. If symbolism to me was it's my turn, it's the West turn. It ain't got nothing to do with being Black Panther. I've never heard Kendrick say that shit. You know, I've never heard people say, "Oh yeah, he's a good kid. He just stays out the way and we protect him." And it's like, nah, cause he had to do some shit with us too, you know. And he'll punch you in your mouth, you know. And I like that. I just think these fools just more or less want to take the West. I think they want the West to have the shine back. The West ain't had the shine since we was in Saucony's. You heard me?
Saucony's.
Yeah, see, you brought memory. So the West ain't had it since then. You know what I mean? Once the West jumped on the no limit train, only person that really mattered was Snoop after that. So talking about symbolism, they want the West to have the rap game.
So when we talk about symbolism, I think it's very important for us to look at what symbols that many of these entertainers have to be able to get to the A-list and the B-list. Right. So right now, Eve is sitting at the head of the table of a billionaire who is European. Quite a few of our entertainers have had these symbols of Caucasian spouses, and it's almost been like it's a prerequisite to be able to, you know, get a super selling movie or a high rating show, or to be considered, you know, one of the greatest athletes to ever play whatever sport. So I look at that. I look at the symbols that sometimes that they'll make on pictures or at award shows, and it'll almost look like a OK symbol with their fingers,
Yeah.
but it's
When they
something
popping like that.
pretty much, right? So these are different symbols. Um, we see many symbols within the actual creation of the art, whether it be a movie or a TV show, drama show, or whatever it might be. Um, I think it's symbolic the time of year that we have these different rituals, like the Super Bowl or the
Hmm.
Academy Awards or the Grammys or the Emmys and a number of others. I think this is all symbolic, but I also think that it's entertaining. Every now and again, I'll turn on the NBA. Maybe my sons are watching an NFL game. I might watch. Maybe my wife and children are watching a movie. Maybe I might take a little peek. You know, it well, why? The entertainment value is there. But then for me, while I'm watching it, I can easily see the symbolism with ease. I can see it. I can see the camera angles. I can hear the language that's used and how it is manifest in symbolism as well. So it can go very deep with entertainment and symbolism. But we also see that symbolism in industry. We see it in so many different ways. We see it in the food industry. We see it in so many different places on how symbolism is thrown right in front of us, right? Like 7-Eleven. Um, and then there's many others that we could call out. These different names that are utilized to name businesses, right, or to name projects, right? There was a bomb that I think the George Bushes dropped when they were during their presidency, and the bomb was called the Moab bomb, the mother of all bombs, the Moab bomb. You know,
Moab.
symbolism.
They ain't shit. Cause they dropped that shit on Muhammad them. Cause that's all they like to fight. They only like to fight Muhammad them because Muhammad them the only people really. I don't. Matter of fact, I've never even seen none of them shooting back. I just see videos, and I'd be like, "Yo, I know they got treaties and shit like that though. But these cameramen, shout out you, shout out to the cameramen out there. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers. I'll be shooting and shooting. I be out there bitch shooting and shooting. Oh, hold on. Just to throw this off while we think about the Middle East. What
Mhm.
about the Brooklyn lady or the New York lady that went out there to Pakistan? Now she went to Dubai. She smoked a cigarette. Now they locked her ass up.
See,
Supposedly.
people should be very careful with how they handle their travels in the near future because you don't ever want to be tagged as somebody who's doing espionage. If you get locked up for that, you're gonna have a real problem while you're in another country. You have a problem getting out. You're more than likely gonna need the assistance of the president of the United States to get out of that country.
I don't think Trump gonna do that one.
Mhm.
I don't know. She popping though.
Right.
So
Hey, but yeah,
entertainment.
we late for breakfast. This is episode 7. Power to the unknown. Thank everybody who is tuned in and listening. Listen, you got some comments? Throw them in there, right? Write them down in the comments concerning symbolism and entertainment. Any ideas that you got? Any questions that you got? Throw them in there. Let's get some engagement going, right? So our next topic that we're about to touch is the Black Messiah. This is an important topic because in CIA documents on COINTELPRO, the documents show how the CIA was working with other three-letter organizations to neutralize Black extremist nationalist groups. And I'm using those words because this is what's in the documents. It's also in a book called Eyes on the Prize that I had to read to complete my bachelor's degree. But anyway, the CIA and the FBI never stopped looking for Black messiahs. And they're using this specific terminology. Please don't think that Ferdinand is just throwing out Black Messiah. No, this is what the three-letter organizations use. They're not looking for the Black Messiah in Israel. They're not looking for the Black Messiah in Africa. They're looking for the Black Messiah in the United States of America. Right? Why would you be looking for a Black Messiah in the United States of America? Now, let's just say that there's been this great awakening. Let's just say that something like that has happened recently. And then you have a whole bunch of people who are waking up. Well, if you need to stop the Black Messiah, you're probably going to have a problem because you got a whole bunch of them being born and you got a whole bunch of them waking up all at the exact same time. So what do? You create your own, utilizing the biggest stage in American history, the Super Bowl halftime show.
And a lot of people think those was hidden messages, but I think it was you told me earlier, Ferdinand, like these are billionaires. That's like, well, I heard it somewhere. Charleston White, I think Charleston White said, and I sent that to you. Charleston White said, that's like that one day of the year, Master let everybody come in the front yard, dance, sing, and play, while the family sit on the porch and sip lemonade and drink tea. That's the same thing as the Super Bowl. And he said, you think they don't know what's going on and orchestrated that and gave an okay, and you don't think they got billions of dollars for a person to say, yo, I know what that means. Mind you, a lot of us is really just catching up on just using thought itself. You think that a motherfucker ain't sitting there talking about this shit around the phone? You don't think these people actually listening to everybody around them to make sure nothing goes fucked up to where they don't know what's going on? There's nothing that's really hidden. They want you to see it. So shit happening in the dark, it's come to light because it's already known. They tell you it's already written. There's so many people. Dominique Wilkins got on fucking a podcast and was like, yeah, they told us we weren't gonna play after the first quarter, and we ain't play no more, and we lost. So I'm be honest, I like entertainment. I'm a Chargers fan and all that other shit. Yeah. I ain't about to fight you over that shit. You hear me? And once football season over, it's fuck them people. Then when they come back, if I see a Charger fan, hey, boat up, yeah, woohoo! But after that, it's just entertainment. My life is deeper than that, and I want more. Like I yearn for more every day. I wouldn't say I get depressed, but I get down about this shit because it's like, damn, I want it now, but I know it takes time. So, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that. And finding a Black Messiah, they don't want none of y'all black asses out here being no motherfucking leader to nobody. It's not us because we're powerful people. Look how handsome we are compared to the rest of the world. Look how beautiful we are as a people. Like shit, I'm about to be 40. I can't believe that. And kids look like me. So no, they don't want my pretty ass face out there telling you about this and that. And just go look up a Malcolm X bio. His bio is in the political section. You want to know anything about a Black Messiah? Go to the political section and pick up a Malcolm X book and read that bitch. Why is his book in the political section? Because he was a Black Messiah. Shit, Martin. Because you have a following. If a nigga had a following like Mr. Beast, he's dangerous. So that young boy Kai, he has a crazy following. So, but as long as they doing wild shit, he get whatever he want. The moment he wake up and start thinking center thoughts, peace, and preaching that shit, he becomes a threat. Because some of these Black Messiahs, they'll let you rock as long as you follow along. Just like these people that own these Christian churches. They gotta If they gonna get a loan for their church to build their church, they gotta preach what them people want. This ain't no freestanding. Church ain't free. That's all I got to say on that too. Yeah. I would
You
need
know, man,
somebody y'all
when we
tune
talk
in,
about
man.
the Black Messiah, and we talk about the Super Bowl halftime show and how they would be creating their own Black Messiah, people need to really understand that when you give the Super Bowl halftime show to a group of people who could be considered your captives, and you allow them to put out a revolutionary message to hundreds of millions of people, to all of their people, to all of your people, to the rest of the world, that they are now empowered and they are taking this nation over and it's game over. Well, we've got to look at who this person is who is putting out this message. Then we got to look at who is allowing the message to happen. We got to look at both. Okay. So when we look at who's putting the message out, let's just say, for lack of a better way of explaining who's putting it out, let's just say it's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has no experience in building a nation. Kendrick Lamar has no experience in feeding an army. Kendrick Lamar has no experience in diplomatic affairs in foreign nations. Kendrick Lamar and Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, they do not know how to do these things, right? So if they're leading the revolution, they're leading a bunch of people to a slaughter. Because see, like if I'm leading a revolution, the first thing that I'm doing is identifying who my enemy is, right? And once I've identified who my enemy is, I'm going after your food, I'm going after your supplies, I'm going after your power, I'm going after your water. And after I get those things under control, then I'm attacking you and I'm taking over. Well, you got to understand certain things like this if you're going to be in leading the revolution, talking about game over in front of a whole bunch of Caucasian people who are heavily armed, and a bunch of them might have control over the infrastructure that's right around you. They might have control over the water supply that runs into your house. They might have control over the food that's in the grocery store that you're normally purchasing. They might have control over these types of things. So making these types of claims without having the proper experience to handle this is a little strange. Now, when we look at it from that perspective, now let's come to the other side of the equation and let's look at who allowed this message to go out. Well, the people who allowed this message to go out are the same ones who implemented the Federal Reserve System. They're the same ones who took $500 million worth of gold out of America and took it over to Europe. This is the same exact people. This is just the descendants of those people. All right. So why would they allow a message like that to go out over the airwaves, to happen in that stadium during their biggest ritual of the year, the Super Bowl? Because Uranus is about to enter Gemini. And that's the planet of revolution and rebellion. And when it enters Gemini, it enters the constellational space that's symbolic of communications and the way that we think. Well, every time that's happened, it happens every 84 years. We have full-fledged war that is symbolic of revolution. Even one of those wars was called the Revolutionary War while Uranus was in Gemini. Civil War happened while Uranus was in Gemini. World War II happened while Uranus was in Gemini. So we're talking about a revolutionary message that came from a leader that's not prepared for revolution, and it came through a platform that's not a melanated platform. So it was okayed by a high level group of people. And they did this in my opinion, to create a false sense of bravado within these melanated people. Let's go ahead and get them riled up, and let's let them grab their nuts right in front of all these Caucasian people in this stadium who spent thousands of dollars to have a ticket to watch this game. And all these people around the world who are watching on TV, let's let them grab their nuts in front of us. Let's go ahead and get the Caucasians real pissed off. Let's go ahead and get the melanated people real couraged up. And then let's wind up and throw Uranus right into Gemini in July of this year, which will be there for a minimum of 7 years.
I'm gonna tell the people that care about this stuff and that's getting prepared, and the people that's not prepared. Um, I know a lot of black people that don't like guns. I know a lot of white people. I know a lot of black women that don't like guns. That needs to start changing ASAP. People walking around thinking that these people like with with the message that Guy Wit Da Books was just talking about, and niggas holding their nuts. The reason why it was quiet during the performance is because they're trying to really listen to hear what you're talking about. Because a lot of people, you talking about people paying $10,000 a ticket, they never heard this goddamn song a day in their life. They might play it now on the boat, and they'll hear it on spring break, and and they'll play shit like that when they chilling with themselves because it's a memory now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the numbers went so crazy, because anytime anybody go on the Super Bowl, the world gets to know them. So now, but in the same instance, now they like, what do they mean by game over? Oh, do they know we don't got this fucking, we buy tanks? Y'all don't get on YouTube and watch them niggas rebuild tanks and refurbish guns and build guns, and it's a whole community of them people doing that. But when the shit hit the fan, they have their little sanctuaries. They have literally $1 million. A person will come in your backyard and build you a bunker. 200,000, they come in your backyard, build your bunker. Right now. And they've been doing it. It's an episode every day. They building a new bunker. You know what I'm saying? So while we up here scouring the land, scratching and clawing and trying to be the biggest and baddest, that shit don't matter. Them folk gonna wait about 7 years, pop up when niggas is real weak, and clear the way. Because there's only gonna be a few left, and they gonna be so damn hungry they ain't gonna be able to do nothing but either surrender or meet defeat. Point blank, period. And that's gonna go on top of the land. Folks used to be in underground in mountains and shit like that. We don't know nothing about that. To me, I'm gonna live my life because it's a lose-lose situation. You can run. I done been all through this country, and it's random houses everywhere. And I always wonder, why is that house out here? And then you watch a movie, and I watch movies that make me think, and they'll go in a random house in the middle of fucking Albuquerque. The damn inside of the house go down. Now they in a whole nother city up under that whole little area. They got all these windmills, and you hundreds and hundreds of miles away from somewhere, and they saying they collecting power, but you hundreds and hundreds of miles away from some shit though. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. If you ever traveled in a car, truck drivers know what I'm talking about. It'll be absolutely nothing for hundreds of miles, and then boom, a random ass house. I'm gonna go on one of them bitches one day. I'm lying. But yeah, my thoughts on the Black Messiah, they already ahead of time. And anytime any of y'all boys get to pop in y'all mouth, they found out that y'all niggas is touching people's kids and doing weird shit. Well, soon we fall in love with you and we embrace your word, like, ooh, we got one. They find out some weird shit. Because your phone, right there, they already got your records. They ain't just taking these people for no reason. These people ain't just getting these.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened with Dr. Malachi Zedork.
Yeah, so, and then that right there, when the masses hear like shit like that, they be like, damn, like what the fuck? The preachers out here fucking little boys, the other guys out here touching little kids, and like what the fuck? Like So the people with the knowledge that we start to follow be on some weird ass shit. And it's like, damn, no, that's why you supposed to seek your own knowledge. You take the knowledge that person give and you go seek your own shit too. That's what back to what that man told me in jail. That's why I was dumb. Because you put all your eggs in one basket. That's cool to learn some shit, but then you gotta take a step off. You gotta sit back and you gotta learn. And you gotta learn how to teach that shit too. Cause once you start want to teach certain things, you want to learn more about it so you can be on point. So, folks, me personally, I ain't gonna fucking surrender if some shit happen because I don't know what team I'm on. What team are we on? It's no team. It's no plan. So all this shit that people talk about is really like, if you think about it, it's damn near depressing. It's like a comet coming and they're like, hey, in 3 years, it's over with. It's over with in 3 years, bro. Why go to work? You know what I'm saying? Well, we got to still live the next 3 years. That's why we go to work. We go out gracefully. You know what I'm saying? We use our fucking head. Hey, man, look. Okay, we have these skills. We should just figure out how to actually grow some shit, come into communities and actually learn how to be a fucking people before we actually die. But that'll only happen if something detrimental happens. We'll really only come together if something detrimental actually happens. But the way that the world works and the intelligence is, it'll just happen. It'll just happen in the middle of the night, early in the morning when you open your Christmas presents, while you sitting at dinner table eating Thanksgiving, and you off guard, and you sitting there watching the parade, and then the next thing you know, it's 2 armed men at your door. You don't know what the fuck, they masked up. They talking English, they got French accents, they got Honduran accents, they got Irish accents. Those ain't your people. Where you get them from? Oh, you can come here and join the army. Then you can go back home. You can be on reserve. You also can join a army also. It's called dual citizenship. So we're not going to be fighting our children. Our children are going to want to come home and protect us. That's in the army and stuff like that. Hopefully, but some of them is going to go do their thing. Because guess what? A lot of kids went to the army, military, to get the fuck away from us and figure it out. And they're going to live their life the way they want to. Some going to come home if they can make it home, because the army and military is going to be like, oh yeah, you want to go home? Now your butt flipped over. Plane flipped down. They showing everybody, okay. Everybody just need to sit down. Everybody want to get in. Let's get in the plane and go here. Leave planes alone. Leave boats alone. Transportation been fucking up at an all-time high these last few years. I don't care what's going on. Look what happened to the boat. The motherfuckers was blowing off the boat. How are planes flipping over now? I've been in a lot of planes, and this is like, oh shit, that one when they take off, like, oh shit, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about that bitch going up and just like you know how you'll make a paper airplane back in the day, and then you fuck it up, and as soon as you let it go, that bitch will flip over. You got fucking cruise ships capsizing. If you inland person and you never been to where we live at, to the blessed sea, and seen one of them colossal, look, that shit ride through the city, make the fucking 20-story building look small. This is a city. Tens of thousands of people on this fucking boat. Stay off that shit right now. Chill out. Let these people get their cyber war the fuck over. Handle your business. Don't be scared. Go get your waters. Get right for the snowstorm back to hit out you. But, folks, that asteroid is coming. It's coming. And whether America is prepared or not, because we have these big heads like, oh, no one's coming to war here. How you know? I just seen a nigga strap a fucking ladder to a mischief ladder to his ass, climbed up the goddamn wall, the border of Mexico. They climbed up the motherfucker, took the other ladder, threw it over, climbed down.
Ain't playing.
So, nigga, you think every DoorDash person is a DoorDash person? I don't think so. And when I used to go to DC as a young man, anybody delivering on bikes and stuff, they was like black. You know, they might be Caribbean descent or Spanish. Oh, these folks is Honduran, Venezuelan, Brazilian. How you that far from home? And want to live up here? I understand this overcrowded in Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. I love everybody in the world. But we overcrowded too. Not as much as them, but you know. I don't trust it. I don't trust. What happened to the... You remember they had like 60,000 Venezuelans walking towards America. Where did they go? You couldn't stop 60,000 people. You can't. You can put a gun in front of them. Why are you going to shoot them people? Because they better come in your country? That fucked up. Where did they go? Next thing you know, we got the immigration laws. They give immigration people popping up all over the place. It's immigration scams. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Immigration's fucking lawyers popping up out the woo-whams. Niggas is getting paid checks to come through this bitch. Because it's pennies to give these people and let them come and put it back in their country where these people invested. It's nothing invested here. Because we cash out. Instantly, we cash out. So ain't nothing invested in here. Now, we held out bread and shit for 3 months. Fuckers are starved. Fuckers are fucking crash out. Those billions of dollars would dwindle in days. But we don't understand that logic. But I'm going to keep going to my, learning how to knowledge myself and to protect myself mentally and learn how to express myself better for you guys on this podcast will go down. But y'all niggas need to wake the fuck up and have this poking first. I don't watch the news. I ain't got to. Y'all tell me the news. Only thing I need to know what the fucking weather gonna be like tomorrow. I don't give a fuck what happened yesterday or last night. I don't. It happened that day. Now, if I'm mad about some shit that's personally bothering me, that's my shit. I own it. But what happened yesterday? I got paid for yesterday. I'm gone. I'm waiting on this motherfucking check or whatever the cash out today. You did? Like, man, if you don't know who the fuck we is, you Tata. You don't belong here. And you gonna fail. You ain't gonna last a week when that fucking meteor come. It's gonna come. How are you gonna protect yourself? Shit, I'm still contemplating that shit. We got the motherfucking, we gonna have a whole discussion about that, how you protect yourself out here. Seeing it, nope. We got a couple people watching. Shout out to everybody on Facebook watching or tuned in. I'm just saying, y'all gotta tighten up. I don't look, this is how stupid motherfuckers is. I posted that Joseph Green was in a relationship with Anthony Green. That's the same person. Just different Facebook's account. Motherfuckers is so I don't know. They do you know 3,000 people looked at that shit, bro?
People love controversy.
Listen, listen. If we worried about keeping an extra little dime in it, right? Stop going to the goddamn. I don't even know where no black stores at out this motherfucker no more. Like RGN. I don't even like. I ain't like when you go through the hood. It's still somebody else in the store. The store still running because y'all respect Poppy now. You know, y'all love Poppy now. Ain't nothing wrong with Poppy now. They people. But we gotta feed somebody somewhere. It gotta start off small. Everybody wanna get a clothing line. Boring, nigga. Go get a store. Put some good shit in there now. I don't want no bullshit. Have fresh backwoods, all that shit, bro. I'ma shop with you. But Poppy opened the store, then he put the nigga or the female that got a look or they cool with him or look scary enough to stand in the store. And you Poppy, you don't see Poppy no more. Poppy got a hood nigga in the store. He got the cool shorty. Nobody gonna rob or hurt. They know better. You did what I'm saying. What up, Kels? Shout out Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Like now nigga think like niggas think that nigga own the store. Nigga, you don't remember Poppy in this bitch with the tiger eye gold, 18 karat gold ring on? English was horrible. Call you buddy. I hate being called buddy. I call him buddy back. Yeah, buddy. Don't call me buddy. I don't like buddy. I don't even know nobody named buddy. Don't call me buddy. That's a pet peeve of mine. I hate being called buddy. All right, Poppies, if you watching, I will smack you with your newspaper. You called me buddy. Nah, I'm lying. I don't want to go to jail. But back on my bullshit, man. We late for breakfast. This is episode 7. Power to the unknown. Shout out to everybody in the comments.
Y'all know what it is. I'm the guy with the books. This is Purple Do-Rag. We late for breakfast. Episode 7, Power to the Unknown. Our next topic that we touching on is Elon's son and President Trump. Listen, many of us saw on the news that Elon Musk was talking in the Oval Office, and maybe Donald Trump tried to say something, tried to speak, and Elon's son what appeared to say, "Shut up, you're not the real president," or "Be quiet, you're not the real president." Listen, there's a lot of ways to unpack this right here. But what I will say to everyone is this. I want everybody to think about this. Elon Musk, from my understanding, was just expelled out of South Africa. So you're one of the most powerful people in the world, and you're kicked out of your home, and there ain't much you could do about it. And you have a lot of influence with the United States of America. So what are you really doing, right? Because all these things that President Trump is doing, all these executive orders, all this stuff that's going on, he's accepting a whole lot of money from billionaires, and they've been telling everybody they're pumping this money into technological advancements. They're pumping this money into AI and things of that nature. Well, what are you doing that for? And then we see this Elon Musk in the Oval Office addressing people, right? Addressing quote unquote important people. Well, this is the same Elon Musk who just 2 to 3 years ago, his company Neuralink had the successful brain transplant of the Neuralink chip that's like the size of a quarter. What's really going on here? Because we got Uranus about to enter Gemini, which means that we're about to have a 7-year tribulation period. No exaggeration. At the same time, we've got a shadow situation going on with the running of this nation. We got a whole bunch of executive orders that is pretty freaking wild. But the two that really matter is the concealed carry license across state lines and the reinstitution of the death penalty at the federal level. All of this is very significant of the things that are happening, but his son, Elon's son, doing what he did, gave out too much information without them even understanding that that's what was going to happen. The little son exposed them.
That little son. He is a future, like everybody else kid. They a future. He's a future. When I say future or I say the future, I'm talking about kids. So, the future in every room. Every room. This is a symbolic moment for the South African white man. You know what I'm saying? So it is like why, like when I seen it, I'm not entertained by that. So but I did go like, then I seen what the little boy said. You need to shut your fucking mouth, you orange head bitch. You ain't no goddamn president of mine. The kid, right? He from South Africa. Donald Trump ain't your president, you little motherfucker. Go back home. But you can't. So your daddy got drunk off that good shit. Nigga worth a billion. He drinking up the $100,000 bottle of liquor. You know what I'm saying? And he off the $100 bottle of liquor. He in that bitch feeling good with his other billionaire friends. And this nigga got like 56 billion. This nigga got 102 billion. This nigga got whatever billion. And they sitting there drinking that good ass shit. And the baby in there rolling around. You're head bald. My dad don't like you. And he's one of them babies, so they don't tell him, stop it, Adam. They don't tell him that. Because he gonna learn how to be a boss. He's not gonna take no for an answer. He's not gonna be, when somebody tell him to be quiet, he's not gonna understand that. That's negativity. It's gonna come up, it's gonna go over his head. He's gonna know how to cut you off and keep on going to get his point across. Because he's sitting in the room with one of the most important people in the universe right now. And it happens to be his dad. That's like Bronny. Every basketball room LeBron ever been in, Lil Bronny was right there. I guarantee it. So that little kid, the only thing about difference between Bronny and little Adam, I don't know the little kid name. Little Elon. We teach our kids to shut the hell up and pay attention. They know that kids learn better while they're moving around. So if you just sat his ass down and told him to listen, little Elon would have fell asleep. Wouldn't have remembered the motherfucking thing about you're not the real president and that he needs to shut the fuck up. Because we know if a kid saying some shit, they heard from us. So Lil Elon and that bitch telling the truth. You not the president, nigga. Because guess what? Trump done told his daddy the truth of what the presidential shit is. Like, bro, this shit, like, you get to wave your dick, you get immunity. They really can't fuck you up. They can't. If they lock me up, that'll be the weakest country ever. And if they send somebody in here to have war with us, that'll be the biggest fucking mistake in their life, because I can use all of the American people to my resource. That's my take on the shit. On where I'm at in life. I think little Elon know what's cracking. He hear everything, and if he would have just heard a little bit more before they gave him his apple juice, he would have said a little bit more.
Hey, listen, y'all. It's late for breakfast. We are in episode 7, Power to the Unknown. We were just talking about Elon's son and President Trump in the Oval Office in the White House. Listen, we got a special treat for you. We're about to bring it to the stage right now. My brother, T Slick, all night.
All night. See what he talking about.
Walk like I never owned a fucking car in my fucking life. And niggas know I be in all type of shit. All type of shit. Have faith. Appreciate the love, appreciate the fame. Slip it, man, big heavy, alright. Pop my shit, cause I can, alright. Feeling your bitch gon' fuck her. Middle finger, I ain't feeling no sucker. Black coupe, new suit, Chris Tucker. In Atlanta, I step in my butters. With my niggas and all of them brothers. Out of town, bitch, we ride with them cutters. Get to the money, hustle, stack up the money, duffel, chocolate little bitch, truffle. I do what I want, mind your business already. White bitch, she red, she carry my bitch. She gon' run up a bag, she carry my hand, the bag secure. I got the Glocks, the chops. When I pull the trigger, believe me, somebody gon' hear it. Thinking you hot, you not planning to give me hot, you shot. Bitch, if I said it, I meant it. If they shot at you, I sent it. Yeah, you know I don't get no damn hold that pistol, don't jack a little bro, tryna butter your biscuit. You don't wanna go there, cause they don't play fair, they'll lay in your bushes with pigs. I'ma piss on your grave hole and scream to your ears. I hope that you finally listen. I'ma play your little ring and fuck on your bitch and play with all your little children. Good money, heated floors, high ceiling. And the coupe got God for the ceiling. I'm blessed, living good with a feeling. I'm blessed, living good with a feeling. Yeah. Dang. I'ma walk on the bitch like a Memphis nigga. About to walk on this bitch like a Memphis nigga.
Yo.
Shout out to T Slick. Shout out to T Slick. That was all night. Y'all can find all his music on all platforms. And yeah, man, that was fire, man. I'm fucking with it. Check this out though. Let's give a shout out to Root Tribes. You know, King Goddamn gonna go an episode without shouting out Root Tribes. If you need your holistic health consultations, you need counseling, you need to figure out what's going on with your motherfucking self, you just goddamn, don't just call to be bullshit now. Shit costs around this motherfucker, and you gotta, take your time and understand what you need and be honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself, get in contact with Root Tribes. And I'm telling you, he's going to set you straight. Him and his wife, holistic health, holistic lifestyle. I'm not on it, but he trying to get me there. I'm this close, and when I get on there, I'm going to let y'all know the journey. Matter of fact, we going to document that bitch soon when I get on that motherfucker up here on Late for Breakfast. I'm Purple Do Rag. That's my guy with the book. You dig? Shout out to Mega. Mega couldn't make it here tonight. You know what I'm saying? But he's still here in spirits. Hope you come through with what you're going through, my dude. You dig? What I'm supposed to do on that one. Hold on. I had one more thing I wanted to talk about real quick. Hold on. What was it?
Well,
Dang, Mega ain't even here.
Before you go into it, I'm gonna go ahead and give my closing remarks real quick. Hey, I want to thank everybody who showed up to Late for Breakfast tonight. Yeah. Everybody who's listening. Episode 7, Power to the Unknown. The Guy with the Books, Purple Do Rag. Mega is out right now, but he's gonna be back next week. Really appreciate y'all. Listen, we putting out some saving power information. Right down in the description, we got links to whatever it is you need. So get in touch with us. Get in touch with us if you need to, and definitely tune in. Share the video, post some comments on it. Right, go back and look at it again and again. Listen, we're giving out some valuable information here. Listen, expose your gift.
And, I ain't got too much to say, but everybody out there, stay blessed up. When you step right so your shoes don't get messed up. I'm just playing. But anyways, y'all have a blessed night, man. You and I tuned into Late for Breakfast, episode 7, Power to Unknown, CBTCO TV, Root Tribes, Mega Guns, Purple Do Rag, and we out.